Hey guys, so a lot of you have been asking about, well, look, my face was done today and I was just like, okay, go ahead and film a video tutorial of my favorite products. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm just going to give you a rundown of everything that I use, and I hope you find it helpful. Like when I first went natural, I really appreciated these types of videos because they help you. You know, you don't have to go through so many products. You know, if someone has done a review, then you can kind of just pick and choose things that will work for you. So anyways, I hope you guys find this helpful. And okay, let's get started. I was gonna start off with my favorite leave-ins that I use that are constantly being rotated. First one I'm going to start off with is NENE'S Secret. It's the leave-in conditioner and detangler. And the first thing that I like about this scent, it smells amazing. It does. I'm really into scents. I'm really into sounds and I'm really into scents. So this one, it smells like lavender, baby flowers. It's just a very light florally fragrance. That's one of the reasons why I like to use this, because I like my hair to smell good. But I also like it because it's light, but it does condition. It's not natural. I don't believe that the ingredients on this are all natural. One bad thing about this is that all the ingredients are on the box. It comes in a box, so when you throw the box out, you don't know what's in the product anymore. So I can't tell you what's in this, but I have been using it for a while. You can see it's right here. And I love it. Also, have been using these Zuresh, the Zuresh Smoothing Detangler and Natural Curl Definer. And then this is the Zuresh Smoothing Detangler, which this bottle, I have had this for maybe like 2-3 years now, 4 years. I bought it and I fell in love with the scent so much that I was just like, I kept rationing it out. So now I just have this tiny amount. It looks like vanilla. See that tiny little amount? But I wish I went back to get this. I got this at an expo, like a natural hair expo. Well, the first time I picked this up, I actually got this I think in Brooklyn. You know, like when they have their outdoor festivals. I forget which one it was, but I picked this up and I was just like, what is that scent? And then I got it. I love this so much that when they came back to another expo in New Jersey, I went and I picked this up. It's not the same. One is a liquid, one is more of a creamy formula. So this one, you know, I would just use this as like a hair spritz, maybe like a revitalizer or a hydrator in my hair. This one I would actually use like to literally condition my hair after a wash, or if I'm trying to rehydrate my hair before I style it, something like that. But this is like a mist. This is a cream, and it's not the same. They told me, the person when I picked it up, I was like, I'm looking for this, and they were like, oh, it's right here. It's not the same, but I usually use this one in the summer, and this one I'll just use year round. But yeah, so the Direct Leave-In, it's the Weightless Moisture Conditioner. Sorry y'all, I'm gonna get the lighting, but I love this. First of all, it's all natural. It's a little expensive. It's like $7-ish, depending on where you go. But you can always rest assured that everything in this is natural and hair friendly. You don't have to worry about what is in this because this should work for you. You know what I'm saying? I love this. And then this Sheamoisture, the Curl and Style Milk. I don't think it's described as a leave-in, but I use it as that and have been doing so for a while. These two are pretty awesome. I use this one for braid out. I've been using it for a really long time. It's a good product, but if I had to choose, like, this is my number one leave-in. Lately, I've been using this, again guys, I'm really into smells, so I've been using this for like, say about 3-4 months now. It's called Eva.Nyc. It's a main Tamer leave-in cream, and I picked it up, where did I get this from? Burlington? Yeah, I think I got this from Burlington. Love it. It smells great. It's kind of the same consistency as the NENE'S Secret in that you can tell that they're silicone. I'm sure they have cones in it. Yep. This one has dimethicone, and again, I can't tell what's in this one, but I know this isn't all natural. If that matters. If that's, you know, that's not really something that bothers me, but, you know, I know some people care. So, yeah, they moisturize really well, and, again, I love the way it smells. Smells like baby powder, and I don't know, it just smells good. I don't know, I love scents. But yeah, so these two I like. Let's let's move into oil. So after I use a conditioner or a leave-in, I'll usually seal. So first of all, guys, you know, I always spritz water. This is just water. I have water in here. Put in like a dab, you know, a few squirts of, you know, whatever leave-in, you know, mix it up. And I also put in like an oil. So let's go into the oils. But this is usually like my water mix that I'll use to hydrate my hair throughout the day, when it's cold, when I have break, just whenever. It's small enough. I even have a smaller one that I put in my purse. So like in the summer when it's really dry outside, yeah, just depending on the weather, I'll just spritz and go. When I had my TWA, I had this on the go around, like all the time, because I was so paranoid about my hair drying out. So I was just like, nah, I need to spritz, I need to spritz. So I made one and it was in my bag, and that's what I took around. Okay, let's go into the oils. My favorite oils are, I love avocado oil, I love olive oil, I love almond oil, coconut oil, yeah. Those I really like to rotate. Currently, what I have right now is this little bottle of pure jojoba oil. This is cool. This is another thing that I love. Avocado oil. This is almost done. This is by Roll-On. It's the Roll-On avocado, cold pressed avocado oil. I think I also got this in New York, and I've been using this for years. Yeah, about 2-3 years. I don't run through my products quickly like that, and it's only even lately that I've tried to minimize what I use, to kind of like condense everything and go through my products and actually trying to finish stuff out. So this is almost done, but avocado, highly recommended because it penetrates. It's basically, there's a top 3 that I always recommend. It's olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. This is by Sonoma Harvest. This is pretty much done. I use this all over my body, everywhere, hair, skin, everything. I love this also. Yeah, but you guys know what coconut oil does. It penetrates. It's supposed to, well, it doesn't really, like, oils don't moisturize your hair, right? They don't moisturize your hair. Oils like this actually supply your hair strands with the vitamins that they need to grow, to be healthy. They fortify your hair. So while you're using this, don't think that it's necessarily moisturizing your hair, but what it's doing is it's actually penetrating your hair shaft, and it's strengthening it. So this is a good one. Avocado is another one that penetrates. Olive oil is another one that penetrates. So sometimes I'll just mix all 3, put them in this little, it's leaking. Yeah, I'll take everything and I'll just mix everything into this, and then I'll squeeze it onto my scalp and lubricate my scalp that way. And it works, you know. I like doing that because it really gets into any dry, itchy areas of your head, of your scalp. So guys, I don't use all this stuff at once, of course. I have a lot of things. I'll rotate what I'm using throughout the week, or maybe throughout the month. I can say currently, for me right now, definitely using this. I'm definitely using this mix often because it's cold now. So I try to lubricate my scalp as often as possible. And then I'm also using this leave-in. And I'm sealing with a butter. And the butter I'm sealing with is this, the mix that I made. So this is my current hair routine. In the summer it'll switch up. Sometimes when I buy new stuff, I just use those new things. It's always going to be those types of products, always constantly being rotated. Now with my butters, so this is the butter that I'm using right now. I usually mix this. This is the African Secret Super Hair Grow. So I do use this. It's basically, it's got the best ingredients in this thing. I found this at Walmart. It's got the best ingredients. It has African shea butter, rosemary herbs, nettle herbs, vitamin A, B, and C and E, horsetail, African malanga, I don't even know what that is. There's a peppermint, olive, coconut, wild berry honey, safflower and peach oils, calendula, blossom shrubs, natural glycerin, sage oil, avocado oil, and castor oil. That's it. This is awesome. When I looked at it, I was like, $5. Let me go ahead and take this. So yeah, I've been using this for a minute. Really good. If you find this at Walmart, go ahead and pick it up. Help yourself out and get it. This is another one that's like that for those all natural kind of ingredients. This is the Jane Carter Nourish and Sunshine for dry hair and dry skin. So you can obviously use this all over your body and in your hair. I've had this for a minute too, but it's also really good. It's like a light hair dress, but it's good for your hair. You don't have to worry about it having any petroleum or wax or anything like that. This is, again, all natural if you care. And then of course I have my actual raw ingredients that I like to use if I'm making my own mixes. So this is shea butter, this is mango butter, but those are really good. I actually, whenever I make these, I'll usually kind of like, you know, I'll mix the two together, put some oil in it, like olive or coconut or whatever, and then I have to show you guys these little scents. I have so many. They're like 99 cents at the dollar store, but they're cool because, you know, first of all, they say that they're it's basically, it's a fragrance oil and essential oil. You place a few drops in a burner. You can blend it directly onto your skin, or you can put it in your bath water. So I mix this into my my butter mixes, my whipped whatevers, and they just, obviously they smell really good. Like I said, I'm really into smells. I'm really into scents. So okay, we can talk about my conditioners that I use. This is my favorite, one of my favorite co-washes. It's just V05. I usually try to get the moisturizing kind. So there's a strawberry milk one. There's this one. How much is it? Like 79 cents, 99 cents? It's, yeah. My hair really likes this conditioner. This is really cool too because it's light. It's light enough to be rinsed off of your hair fairly easily, but it also helps your hair separate out. So your fingers will glide through your hair with this. At least my fingers glide through my hair. It just makes the task easier. Some conditioners don't. Some conditioners don't give you enough slip, so you'll kind of be in there struggling and ripping your hair out. V05 is not one. Another one that's not one I talk about a lot is Moist. That's another really good conditioner, especially for those co-washes and especially for, you know, this type of hair. And then here's another one. Now this one I save my best favorite ones because I don't want to run them out. This is the Smoothest Silk Deeper Moisture. Again, Giovanni. I'm just a Giovanni fan. I love everything that they make. I usually tend to stick with these ones. So the Smoothest Silk, the Leave-In. These two are what I use all the time. So this one I would also use to co-wash. Sometimes I'll use this to deep condition even, and I always get the giant tub of it here. Mine is broken, so it's like leaking on the bottom. As far as like shampoos and stuff, I shampoo like once a month. I'll have the same shampoo for years. This is what I'm using now. It's the Tangle Taming Moisturizing Shampoo by Beautiful Textures. It's full. This is good too. It smells really great. It doesn't strip my hair. Whenever I use this, I don't feel like my hair is like too clean where you're like, now I gotta put all this stuff back in my hair. I still do that, but it's not because I must. You know, some shampoos will have you knowing that you must put this stuff back into your hair. You have to put like the oils and whatever back into your hair. This one, not so much. Like, it feels great. It gets your hair clean. It gets my hair really clean. My hair still feels hydrated and not what's the word? Parched? Yeah. It doesn't feel dehydrated. That's the word. Dehydrated. This doesn't make my hair feel dehydrated. Oh, and then my deep conditioner that I've been using forever, will always love, is my olive oil conditioning cream. I've always been a fan of these cholesterol. Even when I was relaxed, I was using this in my hair. I just like the way that my hair feels when I use it. I actually apply this like I apply a relaxer sometimes. Like, I'll go through my hair section by section and work this through all the way through to the ends. I also mix this. I'll put in like an oil in it. I'll put in some honey in it. I'll put some glycerin in it. All that stuff that encourages moisture. It goes right into this, and then, you know, I'll mix it. Sometimes I'll even heat this up. You know, I want it to penetrate my hair. So, and I want my hair to soak all that stuff up. So yeah, whenever I apply this, my hair always looks so shiny when I'm done, and the ends are really like, they'll be very, very spirally, you know? That's how I know that my hair is hydrated, when your hair is doing those spirals. This is pretty awesome. I've been using this for a minute. I'm so always happy every time I use it. So. Okay, so I have my brushes. Do you guys remember? I don't know if y'all have been following my blog for a while. I never ever used to use tools in my hair. Like, I would never use a detangler, like a brush. I would never use a comb. I was always like finger detangling, probably really gently, so I didn't want my hair strands to break. And honestly, I cannot complain. I mean, apart from the time of that entire process, my hair was thriving, you know? So I will always, hands down, I will always recommend finger detangling if you're trying to grow your hair out. You just gotta work that into your schedule some kind of way. I don't know, maybe do it today and then, I don't know, maybe space it out and do it a day or an hour a week. I don't know if you care to do that, but I will always recommend finger detangling for hair growth, especially for our hair that tends to break and it's so tiny. You know, the curls are so tiny that the smallest thing, it's like a knot here, a split there, you know. So if you can finger detangle your hair and you have time to do it and you have the patience, do it, you know. But you know, ever since my hair started getting longer, I've been using this. I bought this when it first came out, when all the hype was about Tangle Teezer, Tangle Teezer, Tangle Teezer. I picked it up and I used it and I was like, is that breakage? You know, because I could have sworn I would see like little pieces of hair in here. So I was just like, maybe I can't use this anymore. I'm not gonna use this anymore. So I stopped using it for a while. And then a few years ago, I started using it again. You know, like I said, my hair's gotten longer and it's just been a little bit more efficient for me to do it and still get to be able to maintain, you know, a semblance of my former routine. So I have started using this again, and what I do now is I use it in the shower. I'll just kind of section off my hair and I'll brush it through with the water stream, so that way I'm not necessarily using this to remove all of the tangles. The water is doing the work for me, and then this is kind of like this is spreading the strands apart and allowing me to take out that shed hair, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm just saying all that to say that I started using this and I like it. I like it. I just wish that I could use my fingers, you know? I still wish that I had the time to finger detangle, but you know, since I don't as much anymore, this is okay. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. Also, another thing are the bristles of this brush. You guys, it's like the bristles of the Tangle Teezer are what makes the Tangle Teezer so effective in our hair, because they're small. There's just something about these bristles that it works in your hair. So with other brushes that I found, I've tried to replicate that same type of bristle. I have a few different brands, but I have a few brushes like that. I have the Denman, I have another brush, and I have this one. The bristles are all the same. They have bigger bristles than the Tangle Teezer, but they're all doing kind of like that same spiky but rounded bristle. They don't have the balls, because their brush, like paddle brushes that have those little balls on the end, those things will probably break your hair off. I've tried some, and the only thing that ever happens to me is that the ball, like my hair strands, will wrap around the balls, and then any force in my hair will break. So I don't recommend those. But these with the bristles that don't have anything on them, highly recommended, you know, if you have to use a brush in your hair. And like I said, it's kind of the same as the Tangle Teezer bristles. They're just a little big, but they're just a little bigger. And then finally, edges. We always talking about edges. This is it right here. For now anyways. I used to use this other gel. I don't have it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But Eco Styler has been good to me. It flakes. Even though they say it doesn't flake, it flakes. So what I do is, it does work. You know, I don't have it on today. My battery. Okay, I had to talk fast, guys, because my battery's almost about to die. But I didn't use it today. But this does work to slick down your edges. It does. So I usually apply this. I use like a little brush. This is the brush that I use. I use this lower bristle brush. It's really soft. So I'll use it and I'll just slick down my edges. I'll usually tie it down with a scarf. And then once I'm done with that, I put this on. This is a Dax light hair dress. I usually just put on any kind of oil, but this one has been working really well because it doesn't flake after I apply it over the gel. So once my hair is gelled down with the Eco Styler, I apply this over it, you know, brush it, and then I'll tie my scarf, let that set, take it off, and everything's fine. It's shiny, the hair's slick, it stays, it doesn't flake. These two work together. Yeah, I always, anytime I use this, I know this is gonna flake, so anytime I use it, I always use some kind of oil or butter, something that's oily to counteract how flaky this will make my hair. Last but not least is my 360 style wave control pomade, and whenever I do my braid outs, whenever I do twist outs, whenever anything where I need those ends need to be just as beautifully defined as the rest of my hair, I use this, and it's basically like a cream. It's like a waxy cream. It's water soluble. That's the reason why I picked it up. When I was reading about it, I was like, okay, it's not going to just stay in my hair where I'll be forced to use a shampoo, you know, sulfate removing shampoo or whatever. This is water soluble, so as I co-wash with conditioners, the water will usually be able to be enough to remove this from my hair. So that's why I use it, and I usually use it on my ends. I actually have, you guys, there's a video that I have of this. I think my first video ever, I referenced this product in it because I've used it and I've loved it. Those are all of my products. I hope you guys like this video. I don't know, this is like my first talking video. Well, okay, maybe not the first one, but I always get a little bit of anxiety when I do these kind of videos. So I'm just like, oh God, everybody's gonna see me. Are you gonna like me? Yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys like, and let me know what you think. What are your favorite products? Do you have anything that you recommend? Have you tried any of these? Let a girl know. All right. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That was a lot.